Hi guys, it's Mrs. Hibbinger here. I'm getting ready to start Chapter 7 of Monster Street, The Boy Who Cried Werewolf. Chapter 7, Missing. Max woke up covered in sweat. He glanced at the antique clock on the nightstand and saw that it was already 3 o'clock in the morning. I feel like I just ran 5 miles, he thought, peeling the damp pajamas from his skin. I must have had a nightmare. He sat up and looked out the window. An eerie fog drifted over the earth as if the moon had leaked a ghostly vapor. Just as he was about to lie back down, he noticed a strange light below in the pumpkin patch, jouncing around. I think it's supposed to be bouncing around like an angry firefly. A flashlight? Max whispered, pressing his face against the cold window pane. The beam hopped wildly, as if drawing in cursive upon the ground. At first, Max thought his eyes might be playing tricks on him, but then he saw the silhouette of 2 long braids. Jade? Max grabbed the lantern, put on his shoes and his father's hoodie, and then walked across the room. He was surprised to find his bedroom door already open and muddy footprints tracked all over the floor. Where did this mud come from? Did someone come in here while I was asleep? He stuck his head into the hallway. There was no sign of anyone stirring in the house, so he tiptoed toward the stairs at the end of the hall. As he passed by Gramps and Grammy's bedroom, he stopped and peeked inside. The lantern light revealed his grandparents fast asleep in their bed. And when he finally arrived outside, the cool fog swept over him, conjuring goosebumps all over his body. The soft light of the full moon bled through the clouds, making the world feel haunted and dreamlike. The flashlight beam was closer now, right next to the barn. Max ran toward it until he could see Jade's frantic eyes. "Jade, what are you doing out here so late?" he asked. In her panic state, she hardly stopped to acknowledge Max's presence. "It's Petunia. She's missing," Jade said. "Petunia?" Max asked, confused. "Is that one of your pumpkins?" "No, Petunia is my dog. She always sleeps in my room, but I haven't seen her since dinner," Jade explained. "Well, maybe she met another dog and..." Max began. No, that's not like Petunia," Jade replied, on the verge of tears. "I have to find her. She sheds when she's so scared, so she should be easy to track her once I find her trail." Max looked out the nearby field but saw no movement, and the night was quiet and still. "Did you ask your dad if he's seen her?" "He's on the night shift at the lumber yard," Jade replied. "Besides, he'd kill me if he knew that I was out here in the middle of the night, especially with you." Max recalled her father's dreary gray eyes, which had looked so threateningly at him earlier that afternoon. The eyes that had reminded him of a storm cloud. "Well, I'll help you look for her," Max offered. Jade relaxed, but just as a thin smile began to form upon her lips, a dog barked in the distance. It was coming from the forest. "Did you hear that?" Jade asked, tensing up once again. Max nodded. Jade immediately walking toward the woods, and Max followed. "Petunia!" she shouted. "Petunia! Here, girl!" Jade stopped at the barbed wire fence and shined her flashlight along the ground. That's when she and Max both saw paw prints leading into the forest. Jade glanced at Max and he could tell what she was thinking. "Just for a few minutes, okay?" Jade pleaded. "We'll stay out of the shallow part of the forest and then come right back. Petunia couldn't have gone far." "I don't know," Max said. He was unusually up for breaking rules, but in the daytime when it wasn't pitch dark. "Those don't look like normal paw prints. Maybe we should come back tomorrow when it's light out. I mean, we don't even have anything to protect ourselves. Well, if... Please, I don't want to go alone, Jade admitted. Max could sense the desperation in her voice. But as he peered into the darkness, everything inside him told him not to enter. Gramps' warning soon haunted his thoughts. No matter what you do while you're here, don't cross the barbed wire fence into the eastern forest. Max debated whether to turn back. There could be anything out there, he thought. And then he remembered a single word Gramps had mentioned that afternoon. Monsters. I can't go in there without you, Jade's voice broke in his trance. Max studied this anguish in her eyes, and he took a deep breath. He looked up at his bedroom window in the distance, wishing he had grabbed his father's dagger out of the nightstand drawer. But he couldn't risk waking up his grandparents now, and there was no time to waste. Reluctantly, he zipped up his hoodie, and together he and Jade walked into the forest.